Recently I've been trying to grind out a whole load of accolades here in Forza Horizon 5, and in most areas I'm doing pretty well now. However, one thing did really stand out to me here, and that's that I've never taken part in any Super 7 challenges, so let's change that today. This is possibly partly because it's hidden all the way over in the Creative Hub tab, but anyway, let's jump straight into our first Super 7 challenge.
We have a new driver at the table. Let's turn a card.
Jump easy. I see, let's do that. Its description's in French. Something about jumping as far as you can in a Doge Charger, which apparently should be easy. Got 1.3 kilometers to get to the jump though, so allow me to briefly explain Super 7 for those who may not have played it before. This actually isn't going to be very far because the jump's right there. But basically it was introduced into Horizon 4 as a sort of precursor to Event Lab almost. It was the first time we could place props in a Forza game and then share things. Basically there's 7 challenges on 7 cards, and you complete all of them to complete a Super 7. As we leap into the air, 213 meters to beat, absolutely smashed it, and they were right, that jump was quite easy. Shall we do the second one? So far, none of the descriptions have been in English. Anyway, do these have to start at the festival? So far they seem to have started in basically the same place, but I thought you could start them from any race route like you can with Event Lab. Anyway, as I was explaining, yes, this was introduced into Horizon 4, blah blah blah, and it came forward to Horizon 5, but here it's not really terribly useful because now of course we have Event Lab, which is better because you can do events with friends and you can do races rather than just sort of challenge things. And yeah, so that this has kind of got forgotten, not to mention, like I said, that it's hidden away in a sub-menu so you don't necessarily think to do it. This car on the rev limiter is incredibly annoying. And it's done it. The number 99 Mazda RX-8 is a drift car, isn't it? Once again starting at the festival. Why are we once again starting at the festival? And also, although I said this was the first time we could place props, nobody appears to have placed any props. Well, this starts in a slightly different location, but we're still at the festival. What in the name of... what are those wheels? Why is it on a wide body? Why am I now facing the wrong way? Oh, the understeer is colossally bad. And it feels like it's got no power. See, this is the other problem with Super 7. You are restricted to whatever car the challenge was set with, which in some ways can be fun, but it is rather limiting if you want to actually enjoy the events. Buffeting. Yeah, I didn't have to do that sticking to the roads, but it wasn't a particularly difficult time to meet. Lanza il Ferrari. No, it's... as far as I can tell, there's about 2 challenges. Use the jump at the festival, or get somewhere in a certain time. It's another drift car. Right, it's a rather short route in a drift car that's not particularly drifty anymore. Oh god. Okay, that should have been easy if I had slowed down for the corner.
That's challenge 6. You're all in now. One more card and the pot is yours.
Finally, something that isn't get somewhere or jump. I'll be honest though, these have been pretty boring. And pretty similar, if I'm honest. A little bit disappointed. Although I'm not really sure what I expected.
And that was the Horizon Super 7. Wow, quite a poker face.
Just hit the speed target. Just.
Remember what they say about table games? The house always wins. Unless it's the Horizon Super 7, then everyone wins.
Really? Everyone's a winner, of course they are, it's Forza Horizon. No, I would really not like to do that again. Okay, so let's check if I've actually completed many of the accolades, because that was the only page that had nothing completed on it. Ah, I've completed one. Oh well. Oh, I've got to fail one, is that possible? Do it 3 times. That sounds incredibly boring. Okay, so it turns out you don't have to play through 7 in a Super 7 fashion. You can go and look at events in an event lab kind of way, and choose one. So I've chosen a Checo Perez one, which I think they actually did in There was something with a Honda that Perez did at one point, wasn't there? And look, it has a prop. So this is more like what they should be. There should be props along the road, and it should be a more interesting... Oh, it's a skill score thing. Challenge. In one skill chain, I've got 268,000. So I think 50 was a bit, wasn't very ambitious. We might as well cut a corner now. That was actually quite fun. Now let's try and fail one. All I have to do is fail to jump 200 meters.
Ugh, tough start.
Oh
You can
no!
retry the same challenge card or get a new one.
So, as you can see on the Accolades page, I have now completed the Super 7 3 times and unlocked a Savannah RX-7, which I already have multiple of, but there is another accolade for doing it 7 times, which I'm not going to do. The one that I can do is to complete a challenge card in free roam. Usually there's millions of them at the drag strip, but now that I actually want to do one, it's not there. Yeah, there's still quite a lot of them there, so I've kind of failed. One other complaint I do have, though, is that when I did the Super 7 another 2 times, I got the same cards twice. Anyway, on that slight failing at managing to complete as many Super 7 accolades as I had perhaps anticipated, that's probably going to be all for today's video. So thank you very much for watching, and I will be back with the next one very soon.